Am I the bad guy for blowing up at my uncle for coming out as trans? My uncle has been married for 42 years and has 4 kids. Her and her wife have been separated for a few months but are still trying to sort out their differences. Every year around March, the whole family holds a sort of spring banquet. Due to their separation, my uncle and her wife arrived, well, separately. My uncle's wife arrived first with the kids. Not long after my uncle showed up, she was wearing a full face of makeup and a dress. At first, everyone thought it was some kind of joke and started laughing, but soon realized it wasn't. When we sat down for dinner, she fully came out and said she identified as woman now. My uncle's wife almost immediately burst into tears and left the room. Her eldest went after her while the rest of us stared at my uncle in shock. Now here's where it gets interesting. My uncle has expressed not feeling like a man to some of the family. It was why we pushed for her to get a divorce. When they got separated, we thought my uncle had finally told her. Come to find out she did not. Back to the dinner table, my uncle's wife and son had run out and the youngest was in hysterics. So I lashed out. It wasn't the smartest thing to do looking back, but I told her she was a selfish piece of shit. And if she thought anyone was proud, she'd been snorting too much coke. She left immediately. A few days ago, my mother called me in and said I'd taken it too far and that my uncle wasn't responding to anyone's calls or texts. I know I was a bit harsh, but it wasn't the right place or time to reveal that, especially when she hadn't told her wife and kids. For everyone to know something like this was up, except for her. I honestly feel terrible for my uncle's wife. This is a 64-year-old we're talking about, to come out that way after so long. I love my uncle. My uncle was the first person to teach me how to ride a bike, drive, but this is just, I think I could have been more sensitive, so AITA. Edit. Seen a few comments about this, so I quickly wanna say, she said she was fine with using uncle, dad, etc. but wanted to be referred to as she, her and her new name. Edit 2. This is not written the best, but her wife and kids didn't know. Am I the bad guy for asking my brother to pay $30,000 for my engagement ring? I hosted a family dinner over the weekend. My brother brought my nephews over as well. I used to wear my engagement ring all the time, but lately I keep it in my walk-in closet and mainly wear it for special occasions. While I was cleaning up the dinner table, my nephews went to go play while the adults were still in the outdoor patio, outdoor kitchen area. My brother was not supervising his kids during this time. My nephews went into the master bedroom without anyone knowing and started playing with everything, including my engagement ring. When we came to look for them, they panicked because they know they aren't supposed to be upstairs, ran into the master bathroom and flushed my ring. We called a plumber in case it was somehow in the U-trap of the toilet and not actually gone, but nope, unfortunately it was gone for good. We still had the original receipt, so I called my brother. I emailed him a scanned copy as proof of the cost and asked him to reimburse me for the ring my nephew flushed. Immediately he started calling me an asshole because we were family, and he was just a child. He has refused to repay the cost of my ring. I told him I will be taking him to court for this, and now my entire family is blowing up my phone saying family shouldn't sue each other and just let it go. Edit. No, the ring was not insured. I found out the day after my nephew flushed it. My husband says he forgot and in the end never actually insured it. Edit 2. My brother says he does not have the money to repay even $100 per month and has refused any kind of repayment plan. He said I live in a nice enough house, and if I want a replacement, I should just sell my car. Edit 3. My brother, to this day, has not truly apologized. It was a Canadian sorry. Sorry, not sorry. He said kids will do what is normal for kids, and they shouldn't be held responsible for a ring. They were supposed to supervise their kids outdoors with the rest of the family while I was busy cleaning up. Edit 4. I don't believe for a second my brother and his wife cannot pay for the cost of my engagement ring. They don't make anything near my husband, but they have a combined income of around $250K. They don't pay rent or anything because my parents gifted them their old house valued at $3.5 million in Toronto on Quebec when I bought my parents a new home years ago. There is no mortgage on the home my brother lives in. The only things my brother and his wife would have to pay for is the cost of raising their children, normal bills, and food. I feel so distraught because my ring holds great sentimental value. I've already been speaking with my husband's family lawyer, but at this point, I'm ready to hire a pie to find out if they really don't have the money. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.